find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Laura Lee tuning into Spirit for my special guest, Crystal. Hi, Crystal.
Hello.
Where are you calling from, Crystal?
I'm calling from Portland, Oregon.
Nice. Crystal, I have to share something with you that is very unique, that I haven't seen maybe one other time. But I see a lot of spirits hovering back behind you. And I don't understand why there's so many of them, but they're behind you. So I feel like they're not almost blood related, but almost connected to you in some other way, like acquaintances or friends, if that makes sense.
Well, I'm pretty connected to the source, so I call them a lot of help. As long as they're divine light and divine love, that's why I do consciously call them in.
Are you working? You're calling in spirits, people? Because are you doing mediumship work?
I'm calling in spirit guides and archangels and
and I do want to say I see angels around you too, but I'm understanding you might be exploring something that's very connected to what I'm doing. I don't know. Are you trying to communicate with mediumship?
I have in the past.
Okay.
I've done it almost exclusively in the past. It just isn't, the universe keeps saying it's just not my time.
Okay.
And I had about 10 months off this last year, and I kind of explored it, and it just wasn't time yet. So, but I have a lot of help around.
Well, I see these individuals want to make the connection to you, and I don't know, did you help anybody, hospice, or had you ever involved?
Oh, yeah, I do vigil volunteering.
Okay.
Hospice and vigil.
Oh, all right. Well, that's where that's my understanding with the spirits. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, because the angels that also support you, I feel like you're elevating, you're going to take this to another level. Okay, so are you educated in this field as well, honey? Because I feel like there's more education for you or schooling in this arena. And then there's a cross between the two worlds. Do you understand?
Yes, but I'm not in the medical field at all. This was just a guidance to volunteer and kind of hold the space for people in vigil. Mm-hmm.
That's lovely. Well, have you thought about exploring this direction? Because that's what the angels are telling me here. And there's a crossover between the spiritual work and this, which is tradition.
I mean, definitely I feel like because I'm open to spirit and open to the other side, but I don't feel compelled to take any medical, education.
Or certifications or something like that.
Yeah,
well, that's
I don't feel excited to be a CNA or go into nursing school or anything like that.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily nursing school, but there's some sort of certification and or schooling associated with this, and they're telling me that's what has to come before the other. So even though you say the spirit and communication to the spirit, and you'd like to explore that, but you aren't time for it, that's because sometimes we have to do other steps first. And I feel like there's a lot of collaboration there between the two worlds, because I feel this is how we're progressing in a society, realizing there is a wholeness to the human experience, not just the mind and body, but there's also a spiritual component. And there's certain people out there I feel are on track to help us get to that level. And you're one of those beings.
Oh, thank you.
Because you're in that field already, even if it's as a volunteer. Are you still doing that work, honey?
When I have time, I have a real job. And so I'm working almost 45 hours a week right now, so I haven't had time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they tell me another component that's really important, obviously you're stretched thin, it sounds like, and I had written a note here that you must take care of yourself. So taking the time out and taking time for yourself, because you can't communicate to spirit unless you have nothing left to give.
Yeah.
Do you know what
I'm definitely into self-care. So I definitely hear them when they're telling me
to relax and take it easy.
Yeah.
Did you smoke at one point though, Crystal?
Yes.
Okay, they're addressing this to me. So they're saying that because that's just a confirmation. So there's more to be done in that area. Okay? Because you quit, right?
Uh-huh.
And so you know the steps, but there's more in this area you need to concentrate on. And that is the key in order to give. But I feel like this area for you and the health and mind and spirit is where your future is. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And you've worked with somebody else, I'm understanding. Did you have a mentor at one time as far as psychic or mediumship work?
Yeah, I still work with her.
Yes.
I still work with her a little bit. I don't depend on her. I'm not, I try to break that codependency.
Yes.
But I still go to her for help. Everybody needs someone.
Right. Fabulous. Well, the angels tell me that. So again, just another confirmation to the message I'm giving you, so you understand the bigger picture here.
Okay.
I'm just going to leave it there. Oh, one other thing. Was there somebody in your family that was adopted, or?
I'm adopted. My brother's adopted.
Okay. All right. Again, and just another confirmation of your path. I wish I had more time for you, but got to take other callers. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank
Crystal.
you so much.
Yes, and if you'd like to be my special guest and receive a reading by Crystal, sign up at Radio Medium Laura Lee. And while you're there, thank you for subscribing, sharing, and following the show. It is free.